Hi everyone, welcome to the Nekozuki Knits podcast. My name is Katie and it is Saturday, July 11th, 2015. It's been 6 weeks since I recorded last and I'm very sorry for the delay in this video, but what's ended up happening is we actually moved on June 15th. So we've nearly been in our new place for a month and we're joined now by one of two kitties that we've adopted. This is Remy, who is not too particularly pleased that he's here. He's a little bit questioning of it. And there's a window. That's what he keeps looking out of here. Anyway, I'm going to let him go. His name was previously Salvador. He's a 5-year-old gray tabby. And we adopted them pretty much as soon as we arrived in the house. We do have a second one. She's an itty bitty black cat. But I tried recording this a couple weeks ago and she was none too happy to be on camera at all. So that's the chatter. You can find me on all social media, either as Nekozuki Knits or Nekozuki Yarns. I think the only one left as Yarns is Goodreads, but either way you can find me on all social media that way. So, I'm just looking at my notes here and I do see, yeah, like the last notes that I would have recorded would have been May 31st. And so, new space, we're really enjoying it. It feels weird to be in our own house, but it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying having a very dedicated workspace, and we're still setting it up. So for the first little while, this is all you're pretty much going to see, but once I get it tidied up, probably after my show run, I can give you a better tour of it. With that, let's just get right into the works in progress, because I've actually been working on, well, a reasonable amount. So, the first thing that's a hoe is I finished a Harry Potter sock. This is actually Sorcerer's Uniform by Biscott & C, which is a Montreal dye company. It's out of their Felix self-striping, 80% merino, 20% nylon. Love it, and that's actually the other thing that I'm working on right now. I just started this last Sunday and really haven't gotten that much done on it. Basically just the toe increases and then partway into the foot. So I'm working on those, and then the other thing I'm working on right now, once everything gets untangled here maybe, there we go, good enough, are some rainbow socks by Yarn Ink, or out of Yarn Ink yarn. What's really cool about this is she's dyed basically a rainbow gradient, but both strands come out of it at the same time, so my socks are going to be perfectly matched. Super happy about that. There, that's better. You can see it there, and the colors are gorgeous. I'm really excited to see how these knit up. Both these socks are going to be done toe up. With the Harry Potter socks, I'm going to do an afterthought short row heel. So what I've done is I knit the whole foot and then figure out where I want to put it. There's basically a provisional line here. I'm going to unpick that provisional line where I want my heel, and then I'm going to knit a short row heel, not an afterthought heel, and Kitchener it to the top here. I did that on those pastel rainbow socks and it turned out really well. They seem to be wearing really well, and the short row heel fits my foot the best. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm still working on the blanket, but of course I can't show that to you quite yet. And then, let's see. Okay, so I did finish the Color Affection and it's already been gifted, so I can't show that to you unfortunately. And for whatever reason, the only picture I got of it was when I was on the blocking mats, which don't exactly show it very well. So I'll have to get a picture for you later about it. But the one thing that I did finish are the Aragon socks, also out of Biscott & C, Felix self-striping. I don't remember where I was last time, but they're done and washed and they're super soft. Moving into this new place, we have a new washer and dryer as well, which is really nice because I can do what's called a quick wash. Put the socks in, it swishes, well, it's not even, I just did, what was it? It was a rinse and spin. And it basically just swishes them back and forth for a little bit and then spins them out, and I put them on the sock blockers, or now I have one of those IKEA octopuses, and that's what I've been using to dry them. Super handy. I don't have any spinning, And so we'll move right into what I've read, and then most of this chatter will be miscellaneous and stash enhancement because it was my birthday on June 20th. So we went up to the Old Fiber Festival, and I definitely got spoiled there because basically the deal was Dallas didn't have to get me a gift, but just buy me whatever I want at the festival. So that worked out well for me. So what I've been reading, I've actually gotten quite a bit read in the past few weeks. I've read Deep Secret by Diana Wynne Jones. This is definitely an older teen to an adult book, simply because there's some graphic violence that I don't think would be appropriate for much below 16. But really good. I really enjoyed this. I didn't realize that she wrote adult fiction. This was actually in the adult fiction section. And yeah, and the worst part about this book was the fact that I found out that she's actually passed away. I was reading a little blurb on the back, and that made me really sad. Because she wrote Howl's Moving Castle, and that's one of my favorite kids' books for sure. Then the other one that I read was Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. This is a rewrite of Beauty and the Beast. I love me Beauty and the Beast rewrites. Enjoyable, again, older teen, definitely, because just for the subject matter, but really enjoyed this one. It's more along the lines of like a Bluebeard Beauty and the Beast, also with a stronger overtone of the Psyche Cupid mythology, if you're familiar with that. If you're not, go read it. And then the other one that's kind of, I don't know if it's in the same universe or if it's parallel to it, but that would be Crimson Bound, also by Rosamund Hodge. And this is a rewrite of Little Red Riding, essentially. Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm really enjoying both of these. And apparently she's got an ebook out called, oh dear, it's in the front, Gilded Ashes, I think? Which I think is actually a Cinderella rewrite as well. Yeah, Gilded Ashes. Oh yeah, okay, so Gilded Ashes is in the same universe as Cruel Beauty, and then this, I think, is parallel. Also, they're both going up or downstairs. So I think that's a really cool parallel between the two of them. I really enjoyed both of them. They're really quick reads for me because I enjoyed them. I have been reading some manga. And I'm sorry that I keep ducking down, but everything's on the floor because I don't have a table in front of me right now. I read volumes 1 to 6 of Say I Love You by Kanae Hazuki. This is volume 7. I haven't read it yet, but 1 to 6 has been read. I also was reading, oh sorry, this is for older teens, and I do agree with that. There is some nudity, which if you don't, yeah, older teens. I think their guidelines usually, yeah, 16 plus. And then finally, right now, I am reading Of Noble Family, which is the last book in the Glamourist Histories. It's by Mary Robinette Cole. Hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Yeah, it's the Glamourist Histories. 5th book in the series, and I've enjoyed all the other ones. Basically, think along the lines of Jane Austen with magic, and that's what you get here. I'm really enjoying it. The first one was Shades of Milk and Honey, then there's Glamour and Glass, Without a Summer, and Valor and Vanity. Sad that this series is pretty much done. Well, almost. I'm not finished the book yet, so I still got a few chapters. I'm enjoying it with my breakfast and my morning coffee. Okay, so, first things first, dash. I have 1,346 meters as of June 29th. I do believe that includes that Harry Potter sock, but I haven't finished the heel on it yet, so I don't know. It for sure includes the Aragon socks and the Color Affection. That's what it does include. Let's see. And then we moved. We're still unpacking and getting everything sorted out, so the house is a bit of a disaster. Not too bad though. Move went super smooth. We picked up our keys. They'd gotten their money, so we just basically did a final walkthrough kind of thing, which is to check for any other deficiencies that we didn't catch the week before. And then, yeah, we took possession, and really cool, really strange. Still getting used to it. I'm really glad that the cats are here, considering that Dallas is out of town. The week in, week out system it makes it a lot easier to have a little bit of company that doesn't judge me when I sing to them. Yeah, they still love me, so that's good. And they're both adopted cats. We went to the shelter in thinking that we would only come out with one, but we were very receptive to having two, which is nice because then they don't get lonely themselves. And sometimes I find that I think it's probably harder for the shelter to adopt two cats at once instead of just one. And they were a bonded pair, so you can't just take one or the other. And that's what we kind of discussed, is like if we fell in love with a cat or cats that were bonded, then like we're not going to split them up. So that's what we did. We adopted them on June 19th, and they're settling in nicely. So one of them's staring out from the tile out in front of my room right now like I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself completely. He doesn't realize that I'm actually talking to a camera and all to all of you. So okay. And as I mentioned, June 20th was my birthday. So we actually went out and we went up to Olds, about an hour and a half drive from Cochrane. We moved into Cochrane from Calgary. And yeah, I got lots of stash enhancement. So I'll actually show you that first, and then I've got a couple other little small things that I've picked up since as well. Just making sure I'm not missing anything, which doesn't look like it. Okay. So the first booth that I stopped at was West Coast Color and Carding, which is, there's the card. And this is an 80-20 merino silk blend, 119 grams, which is approximately 4 ounces. And it's gorgeous. I love the dark streaks in the color here. Now the one thing I did challenge myself with this year is I have been finding that A, I didn't want to buy any yarn. I have enough yarn. B, most of my fiber is in a similar color range, so I did try to challenge myself to pick up different colors. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous spun. I can't wait. Got to get the other project off the wheel first, but it'll be good when it's done. Then the other one that I picked up from that booth is also, it's actually a BFL Dusa? 75% wool, 25% silk. And pretty similar colors, just without the dark, actually. And this is hilarious. I'm challenging myself to like get different colors because I was noticing that my fiber was very similar colors. And then so I was like, well, I'll get different colors because a lot of the colors are kind of what they had in like Elsa's coronation dress from Frozen. And I don't know why. They're gorgeous. And I'm not complaining, I'm not going to complain about that part. But then I came home and I realized that most of what I got was all very similarly colored. Like apparently I'm drawn to one set or the other. Okay, that's not going to come out of the bag. And it's way too warm here to have a lot of wool on my lap, so let me just shift the stuff out. Okay, so then the next thing I got is from Luscious Luxury. And this is 50 grams of Bombay silk. And this is definitely outside of what I normally do. It's very parody colors. Luscious Luxury. She's out of Roslyn, British Columbia. The only time I ever see her is at Olds. And it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, and then the next stop I made was for a spindle. Now, I'm not a big spindler, but I couldn't turn it down with Calgary Stampede Bucking Horse on there. It's a 19-gram spindle. It's by Brad Shannon out of Calgary. And it's maple and rosewood. I love this rosewood on the shaft. So I'm definitely going to have to practice my spinning a bit more. But yeah, like I said, I couldn't turn it down with that because that's very unique, very Calgary. Okay, I'm going to pause here and I'll come back. You won't be able to tell the difference on the actual video, but just a moment. Alright, so I promise, just a couple more things. The last stop I made was the Fiber Imp. She's out of Lethbridge. And I got 50 grams of a silk, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this color gradient. I'm thinking that this might be a good one to practice spinning on the spindle because it's such a long staple length. But anyway, so like one end to the other. Super gorgeous colors. I'm really hoping the colors show up well for you guys because these are new lights. And her card is here. Let me just get this wound up so you can actually see this braid better. Okay, so the Fiber Imp. She is available on Etsy, and I have actually favorited her shop, Julia, and it's the Fiber Imp. Handspun.etsy.com or thefiberimp.etsy.com. And this is baby camel, baby alpaca, 3.5 ounces, and it's gorgeous. It's Spin the Rainbow. Now, see what I mean about like a lot of these colors matching. This definitely matches that braid of silk, but yeah, this is pretty similar also to that West Coast color carding too. Then also from her booth is this called Dahlia, which is awesome because the little black cat that we adopted, her name was originally Dolly because it's Salvador Dali, but I always wanted to keep calling her Dahlia. So here's Dahlia. It's pretty too. I love it. It's a luxury blend basically. It's 34% cashmere, 33 merino, 33 silk, and it is butter soft. Like, oh, I can't wait to spin it, and I think this will probably be becoming a cowl because it's so soft against your skin. Then last week I went and visited our local yarn shop in Cochrane. It's called Addie's, and got another skein of Fluoromania color. It's actually pretty true to color, but it's true, but it's not neon. It is very neon in person, and they will show up on my feet. I always think that this yarn would be good for glow bowling actually. So that'll be socks eventually. And then if you're in the Sweet Georgia Fiber Club and you have not received your shipment, please look away now because I don't want to wreck the surprise for anybody. But this is the Sweet Georgia shipment for this month. So it's a 3-month fiber subscription, and it comes out the 1st of every month. I got this in a couple days after the 1st. And it's a BFL silk blend, so it's 75% BFL, 25% Tussa silk. And the name is Modern Mandarin. And the little note that was in the box actually said that these were Felicia's wedding colors. The lady who runs Sweet Georgia Yarn's name is Felicia. So yeah, these were her wedding colors apparently, which is super cool. And it's really pretty. I can't wait to spin it. I haven't had any Sweet Georgia fiber before, although I have had the yarn and really enjoyed it. So in other news, I am prepping bags for Vancouver. So what's going to happen is I do have stacks, like literally stacks and stacks and stacks, organized by size. And then whether they're wedge or box or fiber basket or needle rolls, which is another, it's actually a new thing that I will be introducing here soon. And so the next update I think will probably happen, it's not going to be next weekend because Dallas is home, so it'll probably be the weekend after that. So the 25th, 26th of July. There will be an update to the shop with as much as I get sewn in the next 2 weeks. I'm supposed to install zippers and top stitch this weekend. My biggest problem right now is I keep running out of interfacing, which is what helps the bag stand up. So I have to go purchase some of that. I'm waiting on a shipment, actually, of a bulk order of it, but that's still a couple weeks down the road. So we'll see how much I get done. Wish me luck. This is a super fast episode for not having recorded in 6 weeks, and I'm really sorry for that. I will hopefully slow down my speech in the next episode. I'm a little bit out of practice, obviously. But yeah, I will see you in 2 weeks. So the recording schedule will be going back to its normal schedule. So I will record before I do the next update, which will be the 25th or 26th of July. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say. Hopefully here in the next few weeks I'll be able to give you a tour of my craft room. And I hope for everybody who is in Canada, happy Canada Day. I hope you had a wonderful day off in the middle of the week, or long weekend, or extended week off, or whatever it was, however it worked for you. And I hope for all my American viewers that you had a wonderful Independence Day, and to everybody fasting for Ramadan, good luck. One of my best friends out in Montreal is fasting right now. She's got a couple weeks left, and even our mayor actually in Calgary, we went down for Stampede breakfast, and he's unable to participate in any of the breakfasts right now because of course he's fasting. So part of his speech was how much he missed mini donuts. But they've started a really cool thing that I didn't realize, is that they're doing a break of the fast at Stampede. So people can go and they can break the fast with a whole bunch of people at Stampede, and they'll serve pancakes at sunset or just after sunset, whenever they can actually partake in the food and break the fast. So that's really cool. I'm really glad that they are, like, Stampede itself and participants in Stampede are able to do that as well. So that's all I have to say. Hopefully next time I can get Dahlia on camera. She wasn't too happy about it today, so we'll show the kitties. If you want to keep up with daily adventures of me or the cats or anything like that, and I'm sorry for all the cat pictures, but you can follow me on Instagram. And like I said, anywhere else is Nekozuki Knits. Oh, and we will be getting an iTunes channel here soon. I just have to get it set up through Podcast Garden, but we'll get the feed going here so that hopefully a few more people can access me a little bit easier, and hopefully some more people come in so that they can view the show. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and happy knitting and crafting and everything like that. Thanks, guys. Bye.